All right, let's talk real estate. But we're not talking about London or New York today. We're diving into a market that is probably flying under your radar, but absolutely shouldn't be. Muscat, Oman. Seriously, you're going to want to hear this. Forget everything you think you know because Oman's capital is turning into a quiet giant for smart investors, and we're going to break down exactly why. Okay, let's just cut right to the chase with a number that should make you sit up and listen. 7%. Yep, 7%. That's the average rental yield investors are pocketing in Muscat right now. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's not just good, it's outpacing a ton of well-known European markets. If you're looking for real, stable returns, this is a number you just can't ignore. So, you're probably asking, what's the secret sauce here? What's driving all this? Well, to get to the heart of it, let's bring in an expert, Swiss economist Dr. Pooyan Ghamari. And he really nails it with this quote. He says Muscat's appeal is all about its position as a gateway between East and West, where you get this incredible mix of stable governance and super fast urbanization. It's that perfect storm, right? The sweet spot where safety meets opportunity. So here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll dig into the market boom itself, the why behind it all. Then, we're going to tour the key investment hotspots. After that, we'll talk about how you can get a real edge, especially with some cool tech. And finally, we'll wrap up with the numbers that prove it's all working. Sound good? Let's go. All right, let's kick things off with the Muscat market boom. We're going to get right into the nuts and bolts of what's fueling this incredible surge. And look, we're not talking about some slow, gradual climb here. This is a real surge. Just check out this chart. It says it all. A 15% jump in property values in the most important districts just this year. That's the kind of rapid growth that investors who got in early are absolutely loving right now. Now, what makes this so compelling is the bedrock it's built on. This isn't some fly-by-night speculative bubble, not at all. It's all propped up by really solid economics. For starters, you've got Oman's Vision 2040 plan, which is this huge push to move the economy beyond just oil. We're talking tourism, tech, the whole nine yards. Then, you've got super stable governance and a really healthy debt-to-GDP ratio. The Omani Rial is also pegged to the US dollar, which is a massive plus for international investors worried about currency swings. And the cherry on top? Tax-free capital gains. You get to keep what you earn. Put it all together, and you've got this amazing, low-risk, high-potential kind of environment. Okay, so we've established the foundation is rock solid. Now let's get to the fun part, exploring the investment hotspots. So where exactly should you be looking? This table gives a great little snapshot of 3 key districts, and each one has its own unique flavor. You've got Al Mouj, which is tailor-made for high net worth investors. Think premium lifestyle, marinas, golf courses. Then there's Qurum, a magnet for expats and diplomats with its amazing beachfront properties and top-tier schools. And if you're thinking more corporate, Khoudh is where it's at. It's the commercial and tech hub, just buzzing with new innovation centers. And hey, if you need proof of the potential here, especially at the high end, get this. In the Shati Al Qurum area, penthouse values have literally doubled since 2020. Doubled! I mean, that's not just growth, that's a massive vote of confidence from the market. And it shows you the sky's the limit here. All right, let's talk about how to get an edge. What are the special perks and rules that make Oman such a sweet deal for investors, especially if you're coming from abroad? Okay, the number one thing you need to know about is something called a freehold zone. It's pretty simple. These are special areas like Muscat Hills or Al Gobra South where anyone, not just Omani citizens, can own property 100% outright. This is a total game changer, right? It throws the doors wide open for international investors to get in on the action and own a piece of the pie. And it gets even better. The perks aren't just financial. Oman has done something really smart. They've connected property ownership to their golden visa programs. So think about it. Your investment isn't just making you money, it's also a pathway to residency. It's like a 2-for-1 deal for your portfolio and your lifestyle. But hold on, this isn't just about buying buildings the old-fashioned way. We're about to get into the really cool part, how a digital-first strategy is completely changing the game and unlocking a ton of value in Muscat's market. So the big question is, how can you use tech to make your investment in Muscat easier, safer, and, more profitable? Well, let's dive in. This really shows the before and after. You know how traditional real estate is, right? It's illiquid. It can take forever to sell. The barrier to entry is super high. But now, look at the other side, tokenized ownership. This is where it gets revolutionary. You take that same property and turn it into a treatable digital asset. It's kind of like taking a huge skyscraper and splitting it into 1,000 little shares that you can buy and sell on an exchange, just like a stock. This means you can own a piece of a prime property for way less money, and everything is transparent and secure thanks to the blockchain. It's a total game changer. And the tech doesn't stop there. Look at how you can pay. With platforms like EE Gold, you can actually use crypto to buy property. So what does that mean for you? Well, you can totally sidestep those annoying currency fluctuations. You can save a ton on transfer costs. We're talking up to 15%. And the whole thing is auditable and compliant because it's on the blockchain. It just makes buying property across borders so much faster, cheaper, and safer.
Okay, so we've talked strategy, we've talked tech, but now let's get to the bottom line, the numbers that back all of this up. We're going to look at the key metrics that really prove how healthy and promising this market is.
First up, get a load of this number. 92%. That's the market-wide occupancy rate. That is incredibly high. And what it tells you is that this boom isn't built on empty promises or speculation. It's built on real people needing real places to live and work. That means consistent, reliable rental income for you as an investor.
And of course, that high demand leads directly to this, strong returns. We're looking at a projected net return on investment of 8 to 10%, and that's after all the fees. Now, those are the kinds of numbers that get any serious investor to sit up and take notice.
And finally, let's zoom all the way out to the big picture. $5 billion. That's how much foreign direct investment poured into Oman in just the last quarter alone. Think about that. This isn't just a few smart people catching on. This is huge, global money saying, yes, we believe in Oman's strategy, we believe in its stability.
So let's wrap it up with this thought. When you take stable governance, add in fantastic returns, and then sprinkle on cutting-edge tech that makes it easy for anyone to invest, what do you get? You have to wonder, with technology breaking down all the old barriers and the returns blowing past established markets, could Muscat be the blueprint for what global real estate investing looks like in the future? It's definitely something to think about.